Hi, welcome to Naptime Nutrition. This is Yaffi Lvova, registered dietitian nutritionist with Baby Bloom Nutrition, and this is my boss, Daniel, baby boss, as it were. Today we are talking about mindful eating. Oh, okay. And I think he wants to mindfully eat. So, why should you eat mindfully and what is it? Mindful eating is when you... Musicology. Mindful eating is when you commit to the act of eating while you're eating. When you really, when you're eating and you're really tasting, you're taking time to smell and feel and taste the meal that's going into your mouth. And why should you do that? Well, we live in an overly multitasking world, and I'm really a living example of that at the moment. So it's really just to take time, slow down, and enjoy what you're doing. You're going to increase your enjoyment as well, but it also leads to less overeating. Why? Because you're conscious of every bite going in your mouth, and you're conscious of your enjoyment of it. So you're more likely to notice when you're satisfied, and you're more likely to be satisfied with less because you're staying in the moment and staying present. It also helps to regulate your appetite and helps with improving digestion. So a lot of reasons why you want to mindfully eat. But you may say, but I'm a busy mom, I'm eating on the run, I'm eating in the car, I'm eating with the kids, and I'm correcting their manners and teaching them how to behave at a table and trying to make a naptime nutrition segment. Yeah, it's difficult. And the number one point is that not every meal is going to be Zen-like. And I'm going to credit that to Rena Reeser, who is an intuitive eating coach in Israel. So not every meal is going to be a mindfully present meal. Sometimes you really just need to fuel your body and you need to take care of what needs to be taken care of. And that's why it's even more important to carve out some time for yourself when the kids aren't around to really enjoy your meal. And that means not reading, not checking up on Facebook, not watching TV. It really just means concentrating on the task at hand, eating, enjoying the moment of peace. So how can you incorporate your kids? So much for my notes. How can you incorporate your kids into mindful eating? Well, this is actually a really good exercise to teach your kids how to eat mindfully as well. You can, throughout the meal, check in with your kids and say, how hungry are you? How full are you? You can even draw a picture of a stomach and say, how full is your stomach? And just check in with them. You can take a dish that has multiple components to it and say, hey, when you take a bite, can you taste the carrots? What do they feel like in your mouth? What do they sound like when you bite down on them? What color are they? Where do they grow? You can have all of these conversations, and it's great to have this as a teaching tool for your child and to stay engaged with your child during the meal, but it's also really important. It's a really important tool to help you check in with yourself and make sure that you're eating as mindfully as possible. I'm going to take my notes for a second here. You can talk about flavor, texture, sound, taste, the identification of different parts of the meal. You can even take it a step, there you go. Take it a step back, garden together, shop together, pick out recipes together. And this is advice that I've given for if you have a selective eater as well. This is just all around good time that you can spend with your kids. Slow down your meal. Take breaths between bites. These are things that you'll tell yourself, but you can also tell your kids. Something else you can do is use a fun new utensil. Maybe you do an entire meal with chopsticks. You know, for kids, you want those kid-friendly chopsticks, or tongs, or if it's age-appropriate, you can use toothpicks or those little kid toothpicks as well. That's really fun and just changes things up. But also, the process of changing how you're eating, what utensil you're using, is going to slow you down and help you to be mindful in the process of eating as well. What else do I have here? Take a bite with your eyes closed and try to minimize distraction. I think it's so funny that I'm like really struggling with this at the moment. Try to minimize distraction during meals. Your kids are enough distraction. The conversation with the kids is enough. You don't want TV on. Maybe you want some light, calm music in the background, but really keep it to a minimum so that the conversation and the atmosphere can really be all around the food that you're eating and the family time that you're spending together. Well, that's it for this Nap Time Nutrition. A lot of the information that I post is available. The posts that I make on Facebook are available on my Pinterest, so pinterest.com/Yaffi, Yaffi. And, oh, this kid needs a nap. Come join me at Toddler Test Kitchen, hhcm.org/TTK. And we're going for nap time now. Thanks. See you next week.